아가씨.
아저씨 이게 뭐야? Hello everybody, Agashi here. So today I'm going to be doing a Chinese drama review with you guys. This drama has come out already, like 16 episode subtitle, and I was only able to watch the first 3 episodes of it. It previously came out and I was excited to watch it, but because it did not have English subtitle, I waited and it's finally out now, so I'm able to finally watch it. And so I let it sit for a while before I watch it. That's why it's already up to 16 and I'm only watching the first 3 episodes. So this drama is called The Romance of Hua Rong, and it's actually the same producer, writer of Well-Intended Love and also The Journey of the Flowers. So if you guys really enjoy Well-Intended Love, well, this is something kind of similar to that, but in the past time-ish kind of way, you can say. So yeah, I did see a little bit of sneak peeks of certain things ahead to spoil for myself and all this stuff like that, but I will be reviewing the cast with you guys, synopsis in the first 3 episodes with you guys. So this drama is actually really short. It's a total of 24 episodes only, and you guys have asked me a lot. I usually just Google YouTube them. This drama is actually subtitled on the website, the YouTube website. So if you guys go type in the Romance of Hua Rong, you guys will actually find their YouTube page that has English subtitle. By the way, no promotion or sponsor about that. It's just easier if you guys are trying to look to watch for English subtitle. You guys can find it also on YouTube. So for the cast, we have Yuan Hao playing Qin Shang Cheng, and then we have Xiao Yi as Hua Rong. And then we had Yan Ying as Jin Yi Wei, and then Gao Jin Kai as Zhang Yuan Ming. Sorry for my pronunciation. And then Huang Qingxiao as Shang Xing, and Wang Pei Hang as Su Qingqing. So there's a lot of them. There's a lot of people in the cast. There's probably like more, but that's just a couple main ones that came up and that I put or that I've known from watching the music video. But for the synopsis, it is the domineering king of the sea meets a lady who descends from a family of generals. And in a series of unexpected events happens, and she becomes his wife unwillingly. Hua Rong runs away from home to fulfill her dreams of going on a heroic adventure. As she sets sail, she gets captured by the pirate Qin Shang Cheng and finds herself becoming a bride against her will. After much trouble, Hua Rong successfully escapes the island. Meanwhile, she crosses paths with the young prince Jin Yi Wei, who falls for her at first sight. However, Qin Shang Cheng, who has already fallen for her from the start, journeys to chase after his wife. I'd lie, it's actually the recap of the first 4 episodes. Totally forgot that I watched the first 4 episodes. But the first recap of the first 4 episodes, the drama starts us off at a prostitute house. Hua Rong is actually helping a lady there trying to escape, but she cannot leave because her contract is still with the owner lady, and Hua Rong goes and she gets changed into becoming one of the dancer girls to steal the owner lady's key to her room to get the contract. At the same time, Qin Shang Cheng shows up with his 2 men to catch a guy named Pei Yong, and they go into they're going to try to make a commotion to draw Pei Yong out, and ends up using Hua Rong to do that. And as he witnessed that she was stealing the key from the owner lady, he causes a commotion on purpose so that it draws out the guy that he's trying to catch. They start getting into a fight with Pei Yong, and comes out, and they're running, and then they fight and all stuff like that, and they run into Hua Rong. who's trying to escape and run away with some jewels and gold that she found, and because she couldn't find the contract, but she was just like, whatever, I helped save the lady, she's free, I could just go. And then with her trying to escape and Pei Yong running into the same room she's at, Qin Shang Cheng accidentally mistaken her as his partner, Pei Yong's partner, and then he tries to catch her, but she escapes herself, and when she tries to escape, Pei Yong also escapes too. So on the they're really obsessed online now. He's pretty much after both Hua Rong and Pei Yong, because if he thinks he catches Hua Rong, he can get Pei Yong and all that stuff like that. So on the run, she bumps into the scholar and ends up swapping her cloth bag with the scholar's servant, and she took the scholar's manuscript while they took her money and everything, and then she ends up on a boat where Pei Yong escapes to, and then she has no money, she has nothing, and she just has this manuscript which she finds no use to it, and she ends up burning it. When we see this other scholar guy, he's pretty much the prince, he's really upset that his servant lost it, and it's like he writes books and all that stuff like that, and he demands his scholar to find it. Now there's an attack on the boat, and Hua Rong is on there, and apparently the pirates are coming, which they are after Pei Yong, and they also got she has no clue of what's going on, why everybody is jumping off, trying to escape, and all this stuff like that, and why they're afraid of Qin Shang Cheng, the pirate king. And she learns that he's actually the same man she met at the prostitute house, and he's the pirate king, and he ends up taking her as his slave, and with the rest of the people that he caught, because he still thinks and blames that she's partnered with Pei Yong. So while she's becoming a slave on his island with the rest of the people that he caught, they all serve him, and she can't stand his people torturing slaves and people that they take in, all stuff like that. And then they get yelled at for cooking vegetables for him only when they're supposed to be cooking meat. They don't do laundry well, they get yelled at. They don't do all these things well at their chores, and they get yelled at. And all the slaves gets punished, and she can't stand it. So she started causing troubles, and she pretty much goes up against Qin Shang Cheng, and he just punishes her, and it's freaking hilarious because they think she's a man, because in the beginning she disguised herself as a man. They didn't see how she looked like when she was playing the dancer lady, because she has her face covered, but Qin Shang Cheng actually saw her, so he knows that she's a woman. And so they mistook her the whole time and all this stuff like that, and they keep thinking she's a guy, because she pretty much on the island she still dresses up as a guy. And so she keeps trying to constantly escape and getting punished, and he ends up tying her hand to this rope to punish her and starve her for the day and stuff like that. And then it's freaking hilarious, because she was just kind of I don't care, but at the same time you're kind of she deserves it, because she's just she was kind of annoying. Her character is kind of annoying to start off with, and then but eventually her punishing gets her sick and fever, and the doctor has to come and check up on her, and he says that she's a female and she's really weak, and they've been having her do hard labor. And that's when they find out that she's a female, and Qin Shang already knew about it, and so he was just kind of okay, it's revealed out the truth, now let's just dress her up as a girl. And then he has her dress up and pretty much label her as his woman, so no one is allowed to touch her. And at the same time she makes friends with this guy on the island, and she gives him a name, Yu Feng, and then she calls him Xiao Feng, and then she learns about that they become siblings on the island, and she finds out that there's no way to escape besides you have to get the sea map, which Qin Shang Cheng has it, and she has to go get it in order to escape. So she tries to get close to him and ends up becoming a teacher for him, because he says that he's illiterate, and the only reason she's doing this so that she can always search his room, because his room is very private and nobody can actually go in there. So by becoming his teacher to teach him, you can actually sit in there and teach him and all stuff like that. So she does all her search trying to find it, and she teaches him, but she's always doing suspicious stuff, and he eventually finds out that she wants the map, and she's always constantly tricking him, and he lets her take the fake map. He found out that she was after the map, so he created a fake one to let her take it, and then he makes a bet with her that if she can escape the island, she's free to go. But if she cannot, she has to end up, and if he ends up finding her, saving her, whatever, she has to stay on the island with him forever. She takes on the bet thinking she got the map, she will escape, she will go get her father, come back, and tries to help the rest of the people. She gets on her boat, her little boat, and she runs away, and she falls off her boat. She can't get out, there's like a storm, all stuff like that, and then he ends up saving her, and she figures out that she had the fake map all along, and she can no longer leave. And because she made a bet to him, now she's stuck on the island again with him. So, you know, on their way back, he saves her from like getting a snake bite, and you know, from getting attacked, all stuff like that. So now she pretty much owes a lot to him. He saved her life multiple times, and she has to pretty much just stay and like repay, you know, all stuff like that, which he makes her do. And because she made a bet with him, she has to now stay, you know. And so slowly she doesn't know, but she's slowly falling for him, slowly by slowly. And then all her thoughts, but like, you know, at the same time, all her thoughts are just she's trying to escape because she wants to be free. That's the reason why she ran away from home in the first place, because she's trying to go enjoy her own adventure. And then while on all that, he's already fallen for her from the start, and he already knows that she was a female. He brought her in, all stuff like that, and so he's keeping her. And then but what is it, you know, he does get her upset at him and all these stuff like that, you know, but he's just really, what's the word, it's like his first time falling for a girl, so he doesn't really know what to do, what to say, or what to expect, and all this stuff like that. And he's having trust issue because she's constantly like tricking him and all this stuff like that. So eventually, you know, he asks her to marry him, and by marrying him, she will have to stay as his wife, his woman, and stay on the island. And she's kind of like, should I do this? But if I do this, I have access to a lot of things, which I can actually find the map and leave. So those are the first recap of the first 4 episodes. I looked into ahead of time. They do get married. She is his wife, but eventually she escapes, and you know, he's now after trying to find her. And then this is when all the adventures and everything and all the other people starts to show and play parts. As of right now, in the beginning, it's just the 2 of them and his island of people and all this stuff like that. But like I was like, I saw the trailer and some of the pictures, so I was very interested in it, but because it didn't have English subtitle, I decided to wait it. And now that it's out, I'm actually like liking it, enjoying it. And as she said, I had this thing for like guys that are pirates. I don't know, but it's, I guess, I mean, I was really into Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, I really enjoy watching those, and like, it was really weird to see them do a Chinese drama where the guy is like, you know, a pirate. But it is a very short drama, and the actual Chinese, like the Chinese non-English subtitle one, has already came out already. It's already finished, 24 episodes, so they are slowly subbing it, and it's getting in the process of ending already. So it is a very short drama, so it doesn't have a lot of drama and all stuff like that happening. It just kind of gets to the point, and it kind of explains to us why, like, you know, Qin Shang Cheng was actually looking for Peiyong because he's actually an orphan and he was raised up by someone else and all this stuff like that. So he's kind of like seeking for revenge, seeking for certain answers and all this stuff like that. So, you know, I'm pretty sure her side of the character will get explained, of her family and all this stuff like that too. So why she escaped in the first place and all this stuff like that. But it's like, it's exactly very like well-intended love, where the guy is really drawn into the main girl, and he's really in love with her, and all he wants is to protect her and give her everything. So that is something like that. The main like love romance is like that in this one too. So if you guys are really into well-intended love, you should also be really well into this one as well. It's by the same producer, so it's pretty much the same romance, and it gives you the butterflies and all this stuff like that. But I don't want to blabber on too long and ruin a lot for you guys. So you do watch it. I do recommend it. I really like it, so I am going to binge watch it and finish it. And hopefully the remaining rest of the drama gets subtitled so we can actually see what happens. But that is it for today, and I will see you guys in the next drama review.